whatever. Go ahead.
Welcome to Three Guys, Two Questions. In this lightning round, we test the limits of propriety through the questions you ask us. And later we'll follow up on listener questions and comments from the previous episode. Without further ado, here's our first question. This comes from Gen10 via SMS text message. She asks, what are your thoughts on the movie She's the Man? She's the Man.
Are you just like flabbergasted by that title?
She's the Man.
Have you seen the movie?
I've seen the movie. So the whole Amanda Bynes thing, you can't see, but I'm making that motion with my hands where I'm waving them in opposite circular direction in front of my face as to this whole thing. She's the Man. Amanda Bynes. This
all of this.
The Amanda Bynes thing is not of my generation. I am too old for that. And so she was like a 4-year-old on some sort of Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
What is that? Was that called? It was like their Saturday Night Live.
Oh, it was all that.
All that.
All that.
There's also the Amanda Bynes show.
So that's not my time. All that I remember, but she was like literally like 5, 4. I don't know if she's still wearing diapers. So like she was like side character on that. And then like, you know, I went and did my thing. I'm in college. I'm a college guy, and I'm a college guy for like an extended too long period of time. And some other college people who were much younger invited me to a movie night. And it was one of those things where, like, I'm pretty sure I only went because I was
a girl there,
like attracted to somebody who was going to be there, and we were going to be able to just like sit in the dark. So it's like up for that.
I was really hoping that story would turn into the plot of She's the Man.
I don't know the plot.
I can't do that. I can't remember the plot because I wasn't really paying attention to the movie, and every time I did, it just like enraged me. Like it was so bad. It was so hackneyed, and like she's like.
Are you sure you weren't just upset because she wasn't holding your hand in the dark?
No. Like so, Amanda Bynes is like she like makes people who overact look really good. Like she's
so she'd be a good side character for Jim Carrey.
Yeah, she might steal the show. To be honest, it was too much.
Is she still alive now?
I don't know what happened. Didn't she go through the rough patch?
Yeah. So my thoughts on She's the Man is that I had to look it up on the internet to know what that movie was.
Didn't that have Lisa Lohan?
Channing Tatum's in it, apparently.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
she's still alive.
Some people still had a career after that movie. But no, like honestly, I have no thoughts whatsoever because it's not like on my radar. It's just not a thing.
I think she's still alive.
Is that your response, Adam?
Oh no, my opinion about She's the Man is. Here's the thing. I've never seen the movie.
Here's the thing.
But I
can say whatever I want to say about it.
I have seen 12th Night, and that is pretty good. That's withstood the test of time.
Yeah, is it a reimagining of 12th Night?
It is inspired by William Shakespeare's play, The 12th Night.
Well, then I know the plot of the movie because I was in a high school production of Shakespeare's 12th Night.
Oh, did you play Amanda Bynes?
No. Yes, Aaron Goodwin starring as Amanda Bynes. I played Sir Toby Belch.
You know what I can't really get over about the movie 12th Night? Is that the movie 12th Night is about a girl, or not the movie, but the play is about a girl who dresses up as a man to, I forget why. But in those days, men would play the parts of girls, like young boys. Right. So the show is about a boy who dresses up pretends to be a girl who pretends to be a man.
Right.
He really got into the craft.
He had to have been a good actor because how would anybody know, right?
I mean, that's several levels.
Right. And it was interesting in that play, we were short of male actors. So I remember several of my female compatriots in the drama club played male characters. And I think that
this is thematically appropriate.
It kind of confused people though, because it was like, oh, well, is this female character playing a male Or is this a male playing a female character playing a everyone was very confused, I think. And I was
that's normal for like school theater though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No one goes there because of the theater. They go there because their child is in the play.
I just remember there's some interjection I got to make about a flying fish, and it made me happy. And I learned that the word what hit the sack means because it's you're drinking before you go to bed. Hey, next question. We've already spent like 10 minutes. Okay.
I got started about you got me started on
Shakespeare. Well, okay. It was good while it lasted. This comes from Haroldina via the Stuffy Slack. What's something you hate that you're good at? Andrew.
Procrastinating. I'm really good at it, and I hate it. Here's the thing, though. Like, I thrive under pressure almost. So, like, it's almost like it's come to the point where you know how you're like a drug addict is like, man, I can't even operate unless I do a hit of heroin. It's
the only way you can still feel, you can still know you're alive.
It's the only way I can finish homework assignments is if I do it 20 minutes before it's due. It's like it just won't like my brain won't work the same way or something.
Bad situation, man. You're running off that brain crack.
Dude, it's got the brain crack. Oh no, yeah, I get burnt out pretty quickly about it, but yeah, I hate that I'm good at it because like I'll still do okay in my classes, and I don't really.
You're just like, I just need to get burned really bad one day. Here's the thing, though, you will get burned. I'm speaking from experience. You will get burned, and then you'll be like, I don't feel like learning my lesson yet, and then it'll keep happening.
I still haven't learned it, so that's an indicator. So,
but you're done with school, right? You're done.
In life, it still applies. Adam, what about you?
I hate, like, I'm not super good, but I hate that I'm kind of good at computers. Like, I'm in this liminal space where I'm not good enough that I can just, like, consider myself being good at it, but I'm not bad enough that people won't ask me for help.
Oh, you're that person that I hate because I'm the one everyone comes to after you broke their stuff.
No,
well, not you, but your advice.
Yes.
To them that they have, and of no fault of your own, but they've just pestered you until you give them something. And then
but like I don't help people because I don't ever know the answer. I just know how to find the answer. But people keep expecting me to know things.
Let me Google that for you.
And it's really I don't enjoy.
I think the problem is that you have glasses. That's the problem.
It could be that. And like, I mean, I built a computer over the summer, so people just think that I know everything. No, it was just Legos with some extra wires.
It's literally the easiest thing you can do.
The thing that I'm really good at that I hate is finding an excuse for something. Like I know one for a fact you're good at this. I can justify whatever I want to, or just make an excuse for something, and I can vehemently defend it. And I know that, and I try to hedge that, but it's still in there. It's still a core part of my character, so watch out for that. See, now every time I make an argument, people are like, well, but really?
You just make excuses.
The last question comes from Ultra Nerd via the Stuffy Slack as well. Hey guys, some good stuff's going on in the Stuffy Slack. You should get in there. What's your most embarrassing RPG or video game character name? Andrew.
Mine is Pound Cake the Huge. Are you impressed I didn't even have to think about it? Like it's right there.
Pound Cake the Huge.
Yeah. I mean, it's threatening, but also like cuddly and delicious.
Right. Like it starts out with pound, and you're like, oh, it's getting serious. Oh, wait, cake?
Oh, but is it a large amount of cake?
Of pound cake.
It's a huge.
Yeah, so that's my go-to one when I can't think of one.
That's good.
That's not embarrassing at all. That's amazing.
It's actually pretty awesome. What about you, Adam?
I think I named one of my Skyrim characters.
Wait, is that how it's pronounced?
The game?
I thought it was Skyrim.
No.
Oh, I can see you don't talk to teenagers very often.
Should I?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
He was this Nordic guy. Mm-hmm. And for some reason I was like, yeah, Sklar is a good name for that.
Sklar, isn't that?
Sklar.
That's like
SKLAR.
Is that sounds like almost the tobacco score or whatever. Skull, Sklar,
SKOAL.
Isn't that the name of that? Yeah, chewing tobacco. Yeah,
it's like the chewing tobacco and Guar had a baby. Mine is terrible for a different reason. I got like deep into a game. It was like the first MMO, massively multiplayer online game. It was called Ultima Online. People want to say it was EverQuest. Screw you. It's Ultima.
No,
Online.
it's Ultimate.
That was before my time.
Ultima Online is like the predecessor to World of Warcraft. Excuse me, I had a burp. But it's so I started out the game and I didn't quite grok what kind of game it was going to be when I created my character. And so I was just like, what should I call my character? Bill Nye. I'll call him Bill Nye.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is it the science guy or the British actor?
Not Nye. It's Bill Nye, the science guy.
Okay.
And I started out the game that way, but then as the game went along, I learned it was like gonna be a lot more like role play-y type of stuff going on.
Should have gone to Pound Cake the Huge.
I joined like a guild called ELF. You know, we're the Ancient Order of the Elves. Shout out to anybody if they're listening. But yeah, so we did all kinds of role play and stuff, but my name, I'm like using thee and thou and all this highfalutin language and pretending about orcs and stuff, but my name was Bill Nye.
Thou Bill Nye, thine science guy.
Yeah, it was
science
so
guy.
Stupid. And I was like stuck with it for years. So
thou mayest call me Bill Nye.
I bet I really upset Bill Nye though, because I bet he tried to play the game and he was like his name was already taken.
This is one of my favorite things that I've ever learned about you, just the fact that you played this game and did a bunch of role playing and stuff.
Oh, yes.
And I'm not saying that in like a judgy way. Like I'm legitimate. I'm really happy that I know this about you. I think this is great.
Yeah, I'm glad that you could. I'm happy about that. Let's not talk about that anymore. Let's discuss some follow-up and feedback. So the first item of follow-up is some piñata talk. Piñata talk.
I think the world could do with more piñata talk. Just all piñatas all the time.
We should change this podcast to just be piñata talk.
Yeah, 3 guys, 3 piñatas.
Lightning round.
Each week, we test the limits of our piñata strength.
Dude, I think
we swing.
We'd get really good at piñatas.
Dan Sturm sent us a tweet that says, "Here's a little seed money for your dong piñata." Also, Team Shin Divot. So he sent us a picture of a bunch of dongs, and the link will be in the show note.
The Vietnamese currency,
right?
Yes, we need to make sure we.
I don't know what else you guys.
Just in case there's any new listeners, that's what we're talking about.
Of course that is. It's a family show. So when he said hashtag Team Shin Divot,
do you really think there's families sitting around the old box listening to this?
Yeah,
they've hooked it up to their old timey looking radio.
I've seen pictures. Speaking of Shin Divots, Dan Sturm also is just a huge mega fan because he sent us another set of tweets. He said, "Did you know when you buy chain link fence, it comes in rolls wrapped in plastic? You shouldn't try to jump on top of them. The plastic will catch your toe and the metal fence will dent your shin. There will be much bleeding." So he's me and you, along with me and you, Adam. He's Team Shin Divot.
Hashtag Team Shin Divot.
The more you know.
Yeah,
I'm really impressed with all the Shin Divot stories. I want
to hear more. So if you have Shin Divot stories, send them my way.
And if you can, send pictures.
Right.
I'm going to start my band name called Shin Divots.
Shelly and
people are going to pronounce it like Shindevo.
Yeah, no, it'd be very, very avant-garde.
Shinduve. Like
Shinduve. Joe Steele, who's on a podcast with Dan Sturm, shout out to Defocused Podcast on the Incomparable podcasting network, I suppose is what it would be called. Yeah, they do a great show with that. They talk about movie stuff mostly. I really like it. He said, "Aaron, Adam, and Andrew, you answer questions. Why isn't your show 3Q3A?"
I think the answer is obvious because we also answer questions, but our answers are not necessarily things you should base your life on.
I just did the logo before we came up with the name of the show. So
yeah, and I think the most important part of the show is that we ask the questions. And the answers are kind of secondary.
Yeah, it's really not even about the answers. Who cares? You just want to hear the questions. Yeah. In fact, after we ask the question, just turn off the podcast. Just skip it. Who cares? It's the worst part of the podcast, frankly.
Yeah, the only part that I really try hard on actually is asking the question.
Well, this has been the longest lightning round we've ever recorded, so I just want to say thanks for listening. Would you like us to cover your quandary or settle a debate? You can send your questions to us, and we'll provide answers as deep and meaningful as the ones we just gave. So there's several ways for you to send us your questions, all right? If you take out your pocket notebook, if you have one, because I want you to write these down. Number 1, tweet your question with the hashtag Ask3G, okay? Number 2, leave a voicemail or text at 760-881-4382 or submit it via Tumblr. You can go to 3g3q.co/ask. It's going to take you to our Tumblr Ask page, sign in with your Tumblr account, and send us something that way. And then other than that, until next time, I want you to remember to question everything.